Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So I assume by the title you guys already know what is going on, but I figured I should tell you guys everything that has been going on with us in the last few months. It's been a lot, and I think you guys also have noticed that after the surgery we started lacking a lot with vlogging, making content, maybe especially me not posting on Instagram. I wasn't posting on Facebook, no stories, nothing. And I think it's only fair for me to tell you guys why, since you guys have been with me through a lot of the journey, I guess. I should just go ahead and be honest. So as you guys know, 3 months ago I underwent surgery for a thyroid nodule, and since then it's just been a hard time with recovering, finding out what I had, and telling people, but also trying to protect the people around me from feeling too emotional to a point where it makes me feel more emotional, and it's just not a good combination, I guess, for me to be emotional but also having to protect people and always putting other people on number one instead of myself. So after the surgery, about 2 weeks later I had a doctor's appointment, and I had 2 doctor's appointments. I had one on like a Wednesday and I had one on Friday. So I went on Wednesday to check on my incision to see how it was healing, and when I got there the doctor said that he got some of the results back but he didn't get everything back, and he said he was just going to be honest with me, and then that the next day they had a meeting about the surgery, and that's when he would know everything for sure. But the first thing he told me on that Wednesday was that the results came back and I did have cancer. And I think at that moment I was just in shock, and I'm sure he thought I was a psycho, because I was just sitting there and laughing, and he was like telling me I had cancer. I maybe still had cancer, and I think I was just in shock and I didn't know what to do with that result. So I was just sitting there and smiling, and I think everything else he said after that was just like a blur. But what I do remember is him saying that I had to come back in 2 days so he could tell me if I still had cancer, if I had to undergo chemo or radiation, or that it was all gone. So I remember walking out, and his office is not that big, but just the walk from his office to the car where Grayan was waiting on me was so long, and I felt like every step I got closer to the car I was just fighting my tears, because how do I have cancer? You know, you hear these things, but you never think that is something that's going to happen to you. So I remember opening the car door, and I just started bawling. I just started crying, and I think Grayan was just in shock. He didn't know what to do, and he just kept asking me, what's going on, what's going on? And then I said, it's cancer. And I remember us both just sitting there and really not knowing what to say, because how does that happen to someone so young, you know? So I remember it was just quiet in the car. It was just, I mean, what was there to say? It was cancer. And we just went home, and I told him, like, please don't tell anyone, just keep this between us, because if I start telling people, if I start telling my mom or my dad, or just if I start telling people, they're gonna have so many questions, and which I do not have the answer to, and that is just going to drive me even more insane, because I'm a young person. I have 2 kids. I have a baby. I have a 4-year-old. Like, yeah, it was a crazy 2 days. So 2 days after, on Friday, I went to the doctor, and he had some very good news. He told me that they had tested everything and they removed all the cancer. It hasn't spread, so that just meant that, one, I'm cancer free, which is the best news ever after 2 days of stressing, and I didn't need any chemo or radiation. Only thing I just needed to do was keep on checking if it's not gonna come back on the other side, because I only had 1/2 removed, so my other side of my thyroid is still there, and I just have to keep on checking it for the next few years. I mean, it was hard, but it wasn't as hard as it would have been if I still had the cancer. So I told everyone, and every question that he had, I could answer. Of course, my mom cried, a few people cried, but I think my body's having a hard time coping with the fact that I only have half of my thyroid. So I've been very depressed. I've been very tired, no energy. I've been forgetting a lot of stuff, and so that has been just something that has been really hard for me these last few months, and I'm still trying to get better. Some days are super good, are just amazing, and then some days I just can't keep my eyes open and I just fall asleep. The fact that I had cancer was just such a big wake-up call. These last few years, I've given up everything to be at home with my kids, but I've realized that I've given them a mom for 5 years, and I think it's time to do stuff for myself, go see my family, and start making sure that my dreams do come true, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Today you can be fine, and then tomorrow you can be sick. So that is why we've made a decision to leave Curacao, move somewhere else where I can work on myself, focus a little bit more on myself, and get some help maybe with everything that I want to achieve, but also with depression and everything else. And I'm very lucky that I have my kids with me all the time, and that I have Gray and I have family. So it's sad to say, but this is going to be the end for Yo-Yo and Gray on Curacao. We're not sure if we're gonna continue to vlog once we are someplace else, but in the meantime, I just want to say thank you guys for supporting us through these last few years. Thank you for always being so positive, and I just want to say we love you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully see you guys another time. Bye bye.